Stormtrooper gang, peeps, Padawans, welcome to the Inner Sanctum. I'm Yoda Guru. For my returning subscribers, thanks for clicking on this video. I tip my hat to you. Thank you for your support. For those who are watching for the very first time and were curious to see what was my channel and any of my videos were all about, welcome. Come on in, sit, stay, relax, put your feet up, grab a snack or two, drink a beverage, hot or cold, your prerogative, your choice, and enjoy what I'll be sharing with you today, which is episode 8, season finale of season 1 of The Mandalorian, the Redemption. And before we get into this, do me a favor, click on my the right hand corner of this video and hit the like button if you've already watched this video or this particular video already, or hit subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw and what my commentary, my own unique commentary on the video on the episode 8 Redemption itself. And also hit that notification bell to be alerted to any more of my videos posted on my Inner Sanctum YouTube channel. And with that said, let's get into my reaction to episode 8 of The Mandalorian, which is the season finale, Redemption. Alright, let's go. The episode starting off with the two stormtroopers on the speeder bikes heading back to City of Navarro to return the package, the child, back to the client, or Moff Gideon actually, after dispatching Will, who at the time we did not know if he was dead or alive, and then these two stopping off just on the outskirts of the city in order to just hang back a little bit.
Speeder bikes have arrived at the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Waiting confirmation.
Last episode
Knock it off.
ended with some shock and sadness and uncertainty, and now we have starting off with a little bit of humor, a little bit of back and forth conversation with the two stormtroopers. One of them is Jason Sudeikis of SNL fame. And then, and a few moments later, with him, Jason Sudeikis becomes #1 on the fandom, Mandalorian fandom, Baby Yoda fandom, on #1 hated list. Maybe just above Billy Burr.
Did you not just hear that Moff Gideon killed a dozen of his own troopers just to make it okay?
And then the humorous banter continues with these two. And this proceeds into the hilarious shooting and missing, typical of stormtroopers, and yet they somehow were able to hit and gun down and dispatch Tito Quill, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it's Star Wars for you, so.
So what? You got to see it? Barely. I mean, I grabbed it up off the ground and I stuffed it in his sack. It's more than I got to see it. Look, I'm not taking it out of this bag until I don't crazy. Any update yet?
That's a negative. He's still waiting on confirmation. He just
I know Taika Waititi has become a favorite of many fans when it comes to directing, and especially with this sort of humorous banter. That starts off with this episode as he tries to contact Moff Gideon, but is notified that because of interruptions, Stormtrooper was killed.
The last thing that you want is to give Gideon a bag and have him open it up and find whatever is Okay, look, here you go.
Already, Baby Yoda's been hit twice, and the fan doesn't like it, and now being poked after being hit twice, and now because of that, Baby Yoda bites at Stormtrooper is now on the most wanted hated list. And then because of that, IG-11 comes along. All we got to see now is sweet vengeance from a nurse droid who was sworn to protect Baby Yoda at all costs. And then we see Baby Yoda looking up and said, "What took you so long? I've been waiting here, and I got pushed 3 times and poked once." So, well, it's good to see anyway. And redemption, and possible redemption for either Mando, or any of the characters concerning this
What about the sewers?
episode right now.
Sewers? The Mandalorians have a covert down in the sewers. If we can get help us escape.
Sewers are good.
Checking for access points.
And concerning this particular scene right there, when they go in for the sewers, and then we see the A-web cannon being brought out, that bring out the big guns. There is a certain parallel when it comes to the Mandalorian and then the original trilogy, where they're looking for a sewer grate, or like, and this is like similar to the garbage chute where
It's over.
Luke, Leia, and Han escape down into,
I found the sewer vent.
and hence they're i.e. they're escaping down into the Mandalorian hideout. So parallels among parallels when it comes to this particular scene right here. So
Members of
welcome.
my escort have completed assembly of an
As a typical villain, Moff Gideon is pontificating and just spouting off his arrogance and his famous speech, and then just does what a villain does, just spitting out facts when it comes to knowing your enemy.
Or perhaps the decommissioned Mandalorian hunter, Din Djarin, the songs of the siege of Mandalore, when gunships
trying to strike fear into
laid waste to
his adversaries, his enemies, and in order to get back what he feels that was unlawfully taken from him, and that is Baby Yoda.
What do you propose? Reasonable negotiation.
There is no reasonable negotiation with Moff Gideon.
If you're asking if you can trust me, you cannot. Just as you betrayed.
In other words, Moff Gideon is a dick.
I would gladly break any promise and watch you die in my hand. The assurance I give is
there you go. He's a dick.
I will act in my own self-interest. Time involves your cooperation and benefit.
And usually, villains such as Moff Gideon would go in there guns a-blazing and take what he believes is rightfully his by force. But he's allowing them time to formulate a plan or whatever what are they going to do in order to escape. But
I was a child.
On Mandalore?
I was not born on Mandalore.
But you're a Mandalorian.
Mandalorian isn't a race.
It's a creed.
And then once again, his triggering his past and parallels why he's doing what he's doing and doing what's best and trying to keep Baby Yoda safe at all costs. Because he sees a kindred spirit when it comes to his surrogate son, Baby Yoda, because he has no idea if there are people who care about him. Does he have a mother or father? Does he have siblings? Any sort of siblings? And that's why he's very protective. Has a strong bond with Baby Yoda. Is gonna be eventually be adopted into the Mandalorian way. Possibly a Jedi Mandalorian. Who knows? That would be awesome, though. And it would be a little Baby Yoda with a Mandalorian armor with his ears sticking out of the helmet, just a makeshift helmet of his own, and Beskar to protect him as well, just like his father. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself when it comes to the official adoption process, when it comes to them being actual father and son, so being saved by what we come to know is Death Watch, House Vizsla, and then like come with me if you want to live in a Terminator sort of way, an Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe Terminator sort of way, and grow up to be living up to the code and not taking off his helmet for years. That's what I just thought. This is the way. And this is significant right here, as it will parallel the end of the episode. An emotional and significant parallel.
Which means the child got away safely.
And then we see Dave Carter taking a drink of vodka and
Hail them again.
during a time of chaos, just to calm his nerves possibly, or just to drink up because he may thinking this may be his last
They
stand.
might have jammed the link.
And then we hear laughter, and it's Baby Yoda coming in with IG-11 into the city, into danger, in order to save them. And even though they've been trying to get out and save Baby Yoda, and then taking out the guards at the entrance, and then doing a little equilibrium, taking out, and with Baby Yoda just laughing it up and just finding it humorous, and just taking out the stormtroopers one by one. What an awesome way for the trajectory of just turning around and just swiping right back at him. And just
Cover me!
Cara Dune is looking a badass. Galaxy Xena. This is definitely a space western. And seeing that IG-11 is in peril, spots the E-Web gun and starts mowing down everybody. Mowing down, and then Moff Gideon creeping up on Mando from behind, and then Cara Dune just mowing those 3 elite dark troopers down, and then Moff Gideon making his presence known, and making his presence known in a big way by taking out Mando, the generator, and just blowing him back, and because of that he just looks like to be injured and knocked out, and time for a strategic retreat.
I'm not gonna make it. Go.
Shut up.
And Mando already believing that he's not gonna make it, and Cara Dune just basically sensing reality that Mando's maybe right, he may not make it, and there was that possibility that if Pedro Pascal as character dies, would there be another Mandalorian? That was a considerable speculation for what could be for next season, if there will be a different person other than Pedro Pascal, but as the Mandalorian. So yeah. And then we see Baby Yoda face to face, using that as a force to keep the flames back. And instead, it parallels these Star Wars Rebels episode with Kanan doing the exact same thing to save General Syndulla and Ezra in that Star Wars Rebels episode, and because of that, Baby Yoda is now spent. His energy is spent, and although he's still alive, Kanan passed away, sacrificed his life for the greater good, and now Mando ready to have IG-11 do what he does, what he thinks he's gonna do, and just off him and take him out, threatening him to not take it off. I'm still thinking, holding that to belief, but that belief will soon dissipate as his helmet is off because the code is bypassed because IG-11 is not alive. Because like Mando said, no living thing, and
to your central processing.
IG-11 is technically not alive.
You mean my brain? That was a joke. It is meant to put
And
you
then
at ease.
IG-11 expressing a joke, as if he were alive, unlike Johnny Five from Short Circuit. So, in a way, there's a bit of humanity with a sense of humanity with IG-11. And when it comes to Short Circuit 1, I highly recommend Short Circuit, both Short Circuit movies, 80s movies, but awesome movies nonetheless. For those of a certain age, like myself, you know what it is. Mando seeing that arm is like a gut punch to him because the last time he saw the individuals that belonged to that armor, they helped him escape, and in a way, it's like he failed them in a way, because his sole purpose was to do right by them.
Salads?
Did you do this?
And he's taking it personally because he felt like he betrayed them, and it's not his fault, like the armorer said.
The Imperials arrived shortly
They did what they had to do in order to survive. That's what they've done practically all their lives since Mandalore fell to the Empire and to the Purge. The armor just stand back for the purpose of using the armor that's left behind to good use, even if it's the cost of their own life. That's dedication. That's the way. This is the way when it comes to being a Mandalorian armorer, I guess.
Yes.
It looks helpless.
But it is not helpless.
Not helpless by a long shot. He may be tiny and cute and little, and 50 years old, but he still has Jedi powers. Though not trained properly, he's going to be a Jedi, like the armor said, possibly a strong Jedi in the near future.
The galaxy for the home of this creature and deliver it to a race of enemy sorcerers.
That's his mission. That would be his mission for This Is the Way. His mission for season 2, which we all look forward to.
By creed, until it is of age or reunited with its own kind, you are as its father.
And with that statement right there, the fandom rejoiced.
This is the
Mando
way.
and Baby Yoda are now father and son.
You have earned your signet.
And the signet the honorably receives is the Mudhorn. And if you really think about it, even like the armor said, they're a clan of 2, but technically he's already formed a clan of his own. He already had Cara Dune, Reef Karga, the mechanic. Also, if you really want to think about it, it's consider it. It's the village people. That's his clan too, and they have adopted him into their village, and so that's their. He has a large clan of his own, so that's not 2. It's a large clan if you really think about it, like I mentioned before. And
begin your
there it
drills.
is, the
Until you know it will not listen to your commands.
jetpack. Everybody was losing their minds with a jetpack when they saw it. The armor just patiently waiting for the stormtroopers to arrive, and there are like at least 5 or 6 of them.
Where are they?
And one of the biggest mistakes one of them makes is that just tapping her, and then just with the commencing of the beatdowns begin. All their asses getting getting handed to him. One going into the fiery forge, and just melted down, and just getting stomped, a mud hole in a very brutal way. And
This is the lava room.
I would like to see a backstory when it comes to that armor's backstory and her journey as a Mandalorian. Now that's a story I would like to see. So how about you? Never in our lives have we seen any of us seen a R2 unit with arms and legs. It's unnatural. And I'm watching this for the 4th, 5th time, or so many times over. I did hear the gondola droid now singing. So the first time or second or third time I really didn't notice that, but the R2 unit gondola droid was singing somewhat. So
I'm talking to you. I said stop.
that's one way to stop a gondola droid. Good.
Still moving.
Yeah,
like we
that's
fight.
one way. Thanks, Kara. Mando Din Djarin, as he is going to come to grips, come to an emotional grip, to find that he has grown accustomed or grown a little bit,
that supersedes your manufacturer's protocol, right?
his ways of thinking are going to be set aside because of because he has been an integral part into his clan. Clan of 2, and he is growing very attached to IG-11 because of how he has faithfully protected Baby Yoda, his son, his now son, after officially announced by the armorer. And although IG-11 has never been alive, he is alive in. I know this sounds corny, but he is alive in all our hearts and minds, because he is considered a favorite character, along with Tito Quill, who perished, who's now going to perish in a Terminator-like way. For those who have seen Terminator 2, and how Arnold's character just sacrifices himself for the good of the future, and he's doing the same thing for the good of the future for Baby Yoda, Mando, Kara, Greef Karga, and for many others in his clan. And
I cannot be captured.
And all we can do now is just give a salute to IG-11 for doing his duty and honoring proudly his duties as a nanny and his protector, not just with Baby Yoda, but for everybody else.
He missed.
He won't next time.
Our blasters are useless against him.
Hey, let's make the baby do the magic hand thing.
And then Greef Karga's suggestion or idea of having Baby Yoda do the magic hands, the Force, and all the funny way of Baby Yoda response, just wave at him, they're thinking he's waving back. Long-awaited use of the jetpack, and even though he's ready, he is ready. He may not be ready, but he is ready. He has this force to be ready. It's crunch time. He has to prove himself with the jetpack. He's gonna Spider-Man it onto the TIE fighter, Moff's TIE fighter. And like I said, he has to look into like getting a CAT scan or a full body scan after all this entire scene is over, possibly, just to see how he managed to survive and with all the injuries he suffered over the years, over the whole season, entire season. And then the second attempt in putting the bombs on there, it works. And although his TIE fighter, Moff Gideon's TIE fighter, has been dispatched, it doesn't mean he's dead, which we all know he's in season 2. And then the superhero landing in style and just walking off and walking towards Karga and
It looks like your guild
Cara
rates have
Dune,
just gone up.
like nothing's happened. Like
More
what?
stormtroopers.
I'm good.
Up the town. I'm thinking of staying around just to be sure.
And Baby up looking
Why
up at his
not?
aunt
Navarro
Kara
is a very fine planet.
after hearing that bit of
And now
news.
that the scum and villainy have been washed away, it's
Yeah,
very
Baby Yoda's
respectable.
attaining so many aunts. Aunt Kara, and the Aunt Mechanic lady, Amy Sedaris.
And perhaps this specimen of soldier.
Also
joining our
Aunt
ranks.
Bo-Katan and
Yeah. I've got some clerical concerns.
Fennec.
This would be the least of your worries.
Baby Yoda
But you,
hugging
you'll be
Mando's
welcome
leg,
back
which is
into
the
the
most
guild
adorable,
with open
cutest thing
arms.
you ever see, which
Go
will
off, enjoy
parallel
yourself.
the most emotional
And when you're ready
moment
to
in
return,
season 2
you will have
and
the
season
pick of all
finale.
quarter.
So
I'm afraid I have more pressing matters at hand.
yeah, he has a mission to attend to, finding the Jedi, which will bond them closer together, and it'll be both emotional and mental and
It'll take care of you.
and a spiritual quest as well. For both of them in a way. And here's the parallel from him being taken away as a kid to Baby Yoda being taken away. Though age is different, very, very different. And then we have officially the death of Quill, which was sad and bittersweet. We had hoped for, many of us hoped that Quill and IG-11 would at least be part of season 2 and other seasons, but I guess they weren't part of the plan for season 2 and upcoming seasons. We still have them in our memory banks.
What do you got there?
And then Baby Yoda with the Mandalorian necklace. And like I said before, he's officially become a Jedi Mandalorian. Technically, he's not Jedi yet, but we can still consider him a Jedi Mandalorian.
See this again.
Or a Padawan Mandalorian, to say the least. And
Why don't you hang on?
but he's still Baby Yoda Din Djarin, or Djarin. To fulfill the mission of finding other Jedi. And now, Moff Gideon's tie is down with, as usual, the Jawas are there to scavenge for parts and sell to unsuspecting individuals. And this right here is the moment where all the Star Wars fandom losing their minds with the introduction to the Darksaber. So many questions, so many mind-blowing questions in that moment as Moff Gideon steps out from the TIE fighter, destroyed TIE fighter with Darksaber in hand. How did he get it? Who did he fight with it? And we know it was Bo-Katan, because the last person who had it was Bo-Katan, which was given by Sabine in Star Wars Rebels. And it was just mind-blowing to see Darksaber in live action. And there you have it. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to Episode 8, the season finale, redemption of the Mandalorian, especially to those who are watching for the very first time. Hope it enticed you to at least like my video, maybe subscribe to it. Be awesome to have another subscriber. Be part of the Yoda Go Gang peeps, Padawans of the Inner Sanctum. If so, hit that notification bell and be alerted for more videos that will be posted for the Inner Sanctum channel. And yeah, look out for episode 9 of season 2, the Marshal, when it comes for the in regards to the Mandalorian season 2, and hopefully that'll be out soon. And also any other of my videos I'll be doing when it comes to reaction videos. And just to give you an update or a notification, I'll be heads up, if you will. I'll be doing reaction videos of the 80s one season wonders, and also the movie that was a pilot to a potential series for Scott Bakula called I-Man, which was one of those shows that that stuck with me, and I'll be back to that before the 80s one season wonders reactions. So with that said, hope you enjoy, like I mentioned before. If you want to get up to date when it comes to my social media links, they'll be posted in the description section under this video, and that's all that needs to be said. Hope you have a good one whenever you watch this video. May the force be with you. Later, guys.